One day we had the same picture. One day I'm in a robe, and the next day, switch out, she's in a robe. You don't see a broom need to change? You don't know I sell brooms? Like, what's going on?
Like self-discovery and also like realizing that you really enjoy something. So, but you said you always knew you wanted to get an MBA.
Yes, that was one of my major goals. I wanted to, so both my father started university, but I think he dropped out at first semester or like first year. My mother had her first degree. She's an accountant. She went to school in Florida. But I always told myself, like, I want to get a higher level of education than both of my parents. So I said, I want MBA. MBA was always my goal. Like, I had it on my vision board. I'm going to get this MBA. I want this MBA. Like, for some reason, it was just stuck in my head. MBA, MBA, MBA. And I ended up just working. I was at Bryan's for 6 years. And, you know, I was getting closer and closer to 30. And I'm like, boy, if I don't do it by 30, life is going to hit me and I'm never going to be able to do it. And I remember my mother especially saying her one regret was that she never did her CPA, her ACCA, like her certification. She's like, you know, life just happened. So for me, I was like, if I don't do it by 30, I don't know. And then, luckily and unluckily, COVID happened and everything like really just slowed down, shut down. I was working from home. And then I'm like, hey, I have enough money saved up to do my MBA at this point. And now I have time to apply for the MBA. So why not do it? So I sat down, I applied, I got in. At the same time, one of my really good friends from university was also applying. She heard I was going to apply. She's like, I want to apply too. So she applied. Both of us got into the same program. And I was actually deciding at that time too, like where to do my MBA. I wanted to do somewhere in the Caribbean. I wanted to do UE, to be honest, because I'm like, okay, I've had this North American experience.
Jamaica specifically?
Well, not initially.
Okay,
so I had the North American experience. I wanted the West Indian experience. Yes, Antigua is similar, but it's not the same, you know? So initially, my rank was Barbados, because I had family there, Trinidad, because I love Trinidad, and then Jamaica was at the bottom of the list.
I'm offended. Why were we at the bottom?
It's just, you know, dangerous. all the perceptions of Jamaica being so dangerous. And I remember my uncle, he's a doctor. He went to med school there for a very short time. He said he went into a bus, and the person he was sitting next to, like somebody just stabbed them.
Oh my God.
Like literally like reached around, stabbed them in the neck, like stole their chain and ran out of the bus. And he was like, no,
oh my God,
take me out of here. I'm done with here. So hearing stories like that, I'm like, I ain't trying to go to Jamaica. And especially not having, I completely forgot that I had family and people there. So it was, like I said, Barbados, Trinidad, Jamaica. And then when I was doing the research, Barbados was an executive MBA, but only online.
Okay.
And I wanted to move. I knew I was going to settle in Antigua for the most part. So I wanted to just experience something else, experience somewhere else. So Barbados got quickly knocked off. Then Trinidad was a Master's of Science degree, not an MBA. And I was very stuck on I want MBA. I want those letters, that title. Ooh. So then it was Jamaica. I was like, okay. And then my friend was applying to Jamaica as well. And then my mom was like, oh yeah, you have Helen in Jamaica, you have this person. And I realized, oh, I have family there. I have family friends there. I have people that I can live with, that I could stay with, that will help me out. You know, like I have a community there as well. So I'm like, okay, definitely, yeah. You know, we're going to Jamaica. We're going to Jamaica.
That's amazing. And so what kind of preparation did you need to do? It was 6 years out of school. It was also a new country. What kind of preparation did you need to do to go? Or was it just easy because you had people there?
I think, so because of the whole COVID situation, I actually did 1 year online in Antigua. Okay. So then after that, it was like, are they going to go back? Are they going to stay online? What are they going to do? And then they finally made a decision and said, okay, yes, we're going to come back fully in person, which I was like, oh, great. But I just lost, I was supposed to be 2 years in Jamaica, but I only did 1 year. So I'm like, okay, I think the most of it, I felt comfortable because I was going to be living with family friends in a safe neighborhood. I had other family members there. I think the only thing, or the only preparation, was everybody just kept telling me like, Ariel, we know you're very airy fairy, you know. We know you're from this place.
Yeah.
You can't be like that in Jamaica. You have to have your wits about you. You have to keep one eye open. You know, look over your shoulder. Be aware of your surroundings. You know. So I think that was the most preparation I had to do.
Gotcha. Just
For the
mental
most part,
shift.
the mental. Yes.
Okay,
for
understood. And so you're in Jamaica for this MBA. How was that for you? Like, was the experience of going back to school? I know you were online for a year. Was it difficult shifting back to in person, or not difficult? What was it like?
Not difficult at all, to be honest. Like, I honestly didn't think I would like online. At first, I was very like, I need to be in person. And when I did online, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
But again, like, two things. I left my job. So I was full-time student in a
Okay.
part-time student
Program. Because
So
it's 1 year full time.
it's 2 years. It's 2 years. It's fully part-time.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see, I
they
see.
stopped
'Cause it's
doing the
mostly
full
working
time because it's
people.
mostly working people.
Got you.
So doing the online, and I'm also, again, like I said, I'm a studious person. I do my work. I'm bright. I do my work.
She
like
said she's bright. You hear? She said she's bright, which is right. Correct.
So
Yeah.
I do my work. I'm very focused. Like I study when I need to study. I read my stuff. I do my homework.
Yeah.
Like, and because I didn't have the distraction of work, I could fully focus on school. I could see where other students, it was a challenge
It
for
was
them.
fun. They have family. They
Exactly.
have work. You're
I don't
exhausted.
know how they did it. This is evening time. You hear some of them cooking in the background. You hear their children in the background. You know, you just come from a full day of work. I couldn't do it. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I was the only one that wasn't working full time. So lucky for me, but I don't know how the hell the rest of them survived. And a lot of people didn't make it to the second year, you know.
It happens.
It's difficult.
Between
it's
the
difficult.
tuition and just the demands.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. With a my full-time job, there was no way.
No
there was
way.
no way at all.
Yeah.
But then made it to Jamaica, and I have to say, I had the time of my life.
That's
I
good.
did. I did. I did not expect to enjoy it so
Yeah.
much. But I think even being in Jamaica, once again, I was not there to work. I was there to go to school. So I put a lot of focus on that.
On that.
I got a part-time job,
Yeah, they're
and
not.
when I applied, it was through my family again. So it was at biomedical lab.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I worked in the inventory department, just like it was helping them. They were changing over their system. So it was helping them like with data entry. That was actually a whirlwind too.
Yeah.
I have to tell you about. But so when I applied, I'm like, look, I just want to work 4 times a day, 4 times a week. I need a day off, and I'm only working 4 hours a day. You know, like either you want me there or you don't want me there, because
yeah.
I'm not here to focus on
Full-time,
work. Like
yeah.
I'm here for school. And they were like, okay. And I'm like, oh, this is great. So I
Yeah.
used to get my Wednesdays off.
Nice.
That's the best work schedule.
Yeah.
You get that break in the
In the
week. I used to
middle.
do we didn't have school on that day. So
Oh.
I used to do all my homework on that day. I used to relax. I used to exercise. I used to everything. I would just
Sounds
do,
ideal.
refresh and then have school for the
again,
rest
yeah.
of the week. So it was great. It was great. And like doing the only 4 hours a day. By lunchtime, I'm out. I take a nap, and then I go do my class. My friends, my schoolmates are gonna hate me because I had life so easy compared to them.
Yeah, but it's relative, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you would have done
yeah.
a lot of work before, and that
That's
was just
true.
an amazing year.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so biomedical now. So I went in the day I started. It was 2 guys in the inventory department, let's say. And the day I went in, one of the guys was leaving.
Like the job?
Yes.
Oh.
He moved on to other things. So it was just me and the supervisor. So it's 2 of us in the inventory department. I'm coming in green. I don't have no background in medical, nothing. And I'm coming in fresh, right? And then within about 2 months, the supervisor left. We
Shut up.
had actually they actually hired somebody. So it did end up being 3 of us.
Okay.
And then the supervisor left within 2 months. So then I now became the most senior person
So you had to train.
with this other person.
Oh my goodness.
But we had that guy. So he was there when the supervisor was there. So it was me and him. But I'm more senior to him now. And then we hired somebody else. So then it was still 3 of us. But now I'm
You're
still the
still
more
senior.
senior person. And then the third person left.
Oh, Lord.
He got a scholarship to do football. So he left, so then it was still two of us again. And then eventually they hired a supervisor.
Okay.
So I left being the most senior person over there. So that definitely was, it was a whirlwind. But we did it. I made it, you know.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good experience. They were
That's
really great people to work with.
Yeah.
And I think too, being involved in Rotaract. So I'm involved in the Rotaract Club in Antigua, and with Rotaract, it's an international community, especially with the West Indians. Like, you as a Rotaractor are able to show up anywhere and say, hey, I'm coming from this club. You contact somebody from another club, and they're like, what do you need? How can I help? You know, it's always like that wherever you go. So when I went to Jamaica, I had a Rotaractor friend from Jamaica who lived in Antigua, and when I touched down, all of a sudden I'm just getting messages. Hey, so-and-so gave me a number, you know, if you need anything, let me know. So-and-so gave me a number. And I swear I got like 9 messages all at the same time. I'm like, did he just put my number in a group or something?
Probably.
Like, where did these people come from? And I'm like, oh, this is great. And I was so insistent. I think I came in like the Thursday. I'm like, I'm going out Friday night. One of these people are going to take me out Friday night. And boy, and I messaged all of them. And all of them are like, oh, I'm busy, oh, this, oh, that, oh, whatever, whatever. And then finally there was one person, he's like, don't worry, I got you. And he got in contact with like the socialite of the group. And he's like, okay, he's going to pick you up, he's going to take you out, you know, we're going out on the town. And oh, at the time, it was so good. We were uptown all over. Tejon, big up. Like, he took us out, he showed us a time. But it just, that Rotaract community was really, really important.
Yeah.
Because I literally jumped in, and there was one friend of mine, Horace, he was the president of one of the clubs. And then he was really good friends with Vanessa. She was the president of another club.
Okay.
And the two of them just took me in. Anywhere Horace was going, he's like, yo, we're going to this meeting. Yo, we're going out here. Yo, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. So I just had these friends instantly. And we became family. And then on the other hand, so I had that set of friends, my Rotaract set of friends. Then on the other hand, I had cousins that lived here, who, my cousin had a friend who I had met because they did an internship in Antigua before. And I went out to my first fete with her, and I like to party. So I'm going there from start to finish. And she and her friend, they're a little bit older, and they were like, oh, you know, we're tired. I'm like, oh, I don't want to leave. She's like, it's okay. I already organized a ride for you. You're good. You're good. He's safe. I know him. He'll get you home safe. Everything is great. So ended up going home with this person I just met the night. His name is Jason. And he's Jamaican, right? But this is a fete. So I'm thinking, Jamaicans don't know nothing about soca. They don't love soca like I love soca, you know? And we drove home, and he was playing some soca music, and we sang the whole way home. We had our own karaoke, and I was like, this guy is good people, you know? Yes, this guy is good people. And then through him, I met so many other people as well. So then I developed that group as well. And then there were times when I would bring all the two groups together, and I was kind of like the glue at that time. You know, we had our own little lives, we had our things. We would have games nights, we would go out. So I definitely had that community, that really genuine friendship. And then I had my family friends. Like, so it was very, I think that's what it was. And I think too, because again, I had a lot more free time. I was able to just say yes to every opportunity. You want to go river? Yes. You want to go Ochi? Yes. You want to go beach this weekend? Once I know I got to study? Yes, I'm doing it. You want to go Hellshire? So I think that gave me a better experience as well, because I got to do so many things, and I knew I had a limited amount of time. I knew I was only there for a year, so I got to make the most of it, you know, like, let's go, let's do it. You want to go Tuesday night? Let's go. Wednesday night? Let's go, you know? So
I love that.
It was really great.
So the year comes to an end, and then what?
So once again, I was kind of deciding, I wanted to go back home, I did, but I didn't want to be closed off to the option of staying in Jamaica. So I said, okay, if I get a really great opportunity, I will stay. But I also knew I wanted to go home so much. I didn't even want to work for the opportunity. I
Yeah.
know that sounds bad to say,
No,
but
I get it. You didn't want to do like the way you'd go hard to look
Yes,
for something,
yes.
because you just might find it.
yes,
And then you have a decision to make.
it was a little daunting. So I'm like, you know what? If a really great opportunity falls in my lap, like a Rotarian just says,
Yeah.
you're perfect, and I'm gonna pay you a decent salary that I can make in Antigua. Absolutely, like I'll stay for that. But I was like, I'm not really trying to look. I'm not really trying to look for it.
Yeah.
So I did, just through my contacts in Antigua, coming back. You know, I told my old workplace I'm coming back. I had told some other people knew, you know, I was coming back. So they told me, okay, apply for this, apply for that, you know. So I had 3 opportunities on my way back. One back at my old workplace, and then 2 other. One was a contract, and then another opportunity. But then it worked out that the old workplace was the best option for me. So I ended up going back, got a promotion. Well, I guess it's not a promotion because I technically resigned, but I left as the Carib brand manager, and I returned as the assistant marketing manager at Bryden's.
Okay, talking to an assistant. What?
Marketing manager.
Marketing manager. Okay, sorry. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so that was nice. And I mean, I absolutely loved working at Bryden's. I loved the people. I loved the culture, the community that we have over
Yeah,
there.
so you didn't resign on any bad terms.
No,
it was
absolutely
just for
not.
growth.
Absolutely
for
not. It was
growth.
for personal growth. It was for personal growth for sure. And everybody was very supportive of me leaving, and of course, very happy that I was back. You know, a lot of the same people were still there. A few new faces, but most of the same people. So I went back and just felt like I was going back home.
Yeah.
I was going back home, and I was
And
going
go
back
back
home in
home.
work as well. Yeah.
I love that. And so since being back, like, what was the kind of most challenging thing because now you're officially in a marketing role, right? What was the most challenging thing to sink your teeth into, and what was the most exciting thing to sink your teeth into?
This role was it's more of a managerial. So that's why I wanted it as well, because I wanted to step up. I wanted to get into a more supervisory role, you know, helping people, developing people, supervising people. And I think that's one of my weaknesses, because I don't really like conflict, and I just knew has been the most challenging thing.
Okay.
Like just developing my managerial skills. And I have to big up to my boss, Fran. You know, she's been really mentoring me and bringing me in under the fold to be like, okay, you need to be aware of this. You need to, you know. So I'm really appreciative of that, and she understands that that's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm trying to develop. So she just makes sure I'm in the loop, make sure that I'm getting the training that I need and giving what I need to give. So I think that's been the most challenging thing, and also the most rewarding thing, because I can see progress in some areas, you know. So it's been good. It's been good being back. It's been good learning and growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what would you say, other than your personal growth, like what are key differences you've seen in Antigua, like from the time you left for undergrad and then when you came back for that 6 years, and then again since you've been back from Jamaica? Is there anything that you've noticed, infrastructure, or, you know, our parents get older, or what are things that you've seen over those years that have changed?
I think definitely infrastructure for the most part. I mean, like, we got, from leaving to go to Canada, we've gotten these highways and these better roads. Mind you, they're always fixing them, but
Caribbean stuff.
they're there, you know,
Caribbean
these
stuff.
buildings going up or businesses shutting down as well. The whole COVID thing, you know, just throwing everything up in the air in a kind of way. Also, like you mentioned, like just my parents getting older, you know, noticing little things, having to say things more than once, or, you know, and my grandmother as well. She's been with us for that whole time since I've been in high school. So just watching her, you know, and just being aware of, I'm getting older, but they're getting older too. And all the god kids that I have now, you know, all my friends are getting married, having children. So now I literally went I think at 29, I was kind of like, damn, I ain't got no godchildren. Like, I have other friends that have so many godchildren. I have 0 godchildren. I have all these friends, you know, like, when is it going to happen for me? And in the space of like 2 years,
Yeah.
I went from
Bam, bam, bam.
0 to like 3. And
Oh,
now
wow.
I'm up to 5. And
Oh,
it's like,
my goodness.
I just have these little people.
Your
Auntie
friends at
Ariel,
work,
Auntie
man.
Ariel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's nice being back home to spend time with them. I remember my first, she's not my godchild, but she's like my unofficial godchild. So she, when I first came back, it was like she would never remember my name. So I kept telling her every time she'd come in line with me, and then I'd be like, "What's my name?" And she don't know, she don't know. What's my name? What's my name? So every time I'm like, Auntie Ariel, remember it's Auntie Ariel. And I kept drilling it till eventually, now it's automatic. So with my other god kids, I make sure like, Auntie Ariel, you got it? Auntie Ariel.
I love it. And so you are, you know, professionally advancing, and do you feel like you're here? You feel like you're in Antigua. Your sister travels a lot. Do you feel like you want to also have wanderlust, or is it just for, you know, vacation, recreation? How do you feel about that?
I feel like I'm here. I
Okay.
feel like I'm here. I feel like I'm settled. You know, I have a great job. I have great opportunities here. I have a great network here. I think that was another big thing for me with Canada. Like, in Canada, you're a small fish in a big pond. In Antigua, I'm a relatively big fish in a small pond. And for me, that's fine. I don't need to fight, you know? Like, again, the privilege, the honor to have these relationships, develop these relationships with people, with family, friends, with, you know.
Yeah.
It was when we did our final project for the
Okay.
MBA was when I realized, wow, like you have a serious network.
Okay.
Because our project was on creating a Caribbean stock exchange.
Ooh.
And we were like, okay, we got to talk to other people, other countries who have stock exchanges. What connects do you have? My godfather is the CEO of the OECS stock exchange.
Shut up.
And I was like, at first I didn't realize that was his position, because what I remembered him doing was working at the central bank.
Got you.
And then my mother was like, no, he's at the stock exchange. So I just called him up, and he's like, yeah, no problem, no issues doing an interview with you. I'm like, who else do you know? He's giving me the contacts for the Barbados guy, the Jamaican people, the Trini people, and I'm like, wow. And like, even my group members were just like, well, damn, you just know everybody, you know, like you just make a phone call, and all of a sudden we have all these contacts, all these people. I'm like, so y'all don't know
have
these,
this-
don't know
no.
these people?
No.
No, we just have to call and ask the question, you know, like.
Yeah, cold emails.
Yes, no, I.
Yeah, you realize.
Yes,
like,
yes, and across the region as
Yeah.
well. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
But I even realized that from saying, you know, when you're thinking about schools, like you had people in Barbados, you had people in Jamaica, you had, you know, so, and it is important, and it went a long way in you feeling comfortable to go to any place.
For sure.
You know, so, okay, we're coming to the end. I think you've shared so much. I love that you're so, like, aware, even at, you know, back in your, you know, late 20s, about what you were trying to do for yourself, like your achievements relative to your families and stuff like that. I love that you had that awareness, and I want that for everyone who's watching. So my last question has to do with something we ask everybody, which are tips for repatriation. So I ask everybody to give 3 tips for if you've been away for a long time and you're coming home, wherever home is. If you have 3 tips for everybody.
I would say make sure you keep your connections when you leave and when you're away, so that when you come back, you kind of have people, you have your community still, you know, because you don't want to come back and feel like, I don't know these people anymore, you know, like I knew you in high school, but now you're a completely different person, your interests are different. So just having that community, you know, so keep those ties so that when you come back, you feel home again. I feel also too, another tip, patience and grace with the people that stayed, and just understand, yes, you might have been in a more fast-paced place and things are different and they go maybe more structured. Just understand the differences and where you are. You know, like, so you can't expect to always have water in Antigua. We have water issues, and you can't keep comparing, like, oh, the water never came off in Canada. Like, why can't Antigua be like this? You know, that they're different issues. You know, so just have patience and have grace with where you're coming back to. And I think the last thing would be to just have an open mind. Like, just approach it as a new adventure. You know, yes, there's some old things, but time has passed, so it's different. You know, like, even if it's that, yeah, you have your community, but like, find your new tribe as well. You know, like, find interests that you have now that other people here would have. You know, don't just lock it off, or even like create those things. Like, if they didn't have badminton before, you start the badminton. Maybe you could teach people, teach children, or get other people that may have been interested. You know, that kind of way.
I don't have anything else to say. I love those. Do you have anything else to say? You want people to know anything like that?
No. Well, I think the last thing would be just be aware of brain drain. Like, if you're a young person and you're going away and you love your country, like, you need to be the start of making it better.
I really, really don't have anything else to say. So with that, I'm going to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time on Refat Stories. Bye.
Yay!
That was so
How long was
good.
that?
Yeah.